don't stop yourself because you feel like, oh, I can't do that. I can't do these big grand gestures. Um, it starts with you, right? It starts with you taking the time to stand up for what's important to you. Okay, wonderful. All right. I'm telling you, y'all, Mercury in retrograde is so seriously affecting my life this time. I don't know what's going on. Um, but yay, I'm excited that you can hear me. I was simply just saying that Mercury in retrograde was really screwing with me. That my energy, the energy of a lot of people I've spoken to as well, has been either like really crazy, really tiring, or just feeling like exhausted. So if you're feeling any of those weird ways, it's not just you, it's the collective us. Um, but I will say again, welcome to Wednesday Woo. I'm sorry that I can't give you the rainbow today for Pride Month because the other system I usually use also doesn't want to work today. So it is what it is. You just got me like this. I hope you still love me. I know you do. So today we are going to talk about, and all this week I've been posting, and thank you so much for all the love and comments and messages about all the posts I've been putting out for Pride Month so that you all can get to know me a little bit more. And for me to show like the things that I'm really so proud of. And, you know, some of you have been sharing some of your proudest moments. And thank you, Wanda. I know you do love me. And I love you back so, so much. So keep sharing all the things that you're proud of. But you know, each week there's kind of a theme also. And so this week for me and all of the posts really has been about standing up for what you believe in, right? And so that's a big kind of heavy topic sometimes, but sometimes it's also just showing up in a way that is really authentic, which we talk about a lot, right? It's one thing to, you know, show up at your job every day and do your work. But when you are showing up for things that truly like you can feel in your soul, right? Things that are important. Part of it is either standing up for yourself and saying, you know, no to things that don't align with who you are and what's best for you. Some of it is saying yes to more things that will bring you joy, even though you've been telling yourself that, you know, maybe I don't have the time or this doesn't fit in with my big plans or whatever. But part of it is standing up for yourself in that way. And then part of it is standing up for other people, right? I mean, your beliefs about the world don't just include you and your part in it, right? I mean, we are a big, giant community, and standing up for the things that really are important to you and that you believe in not only makes you feel better, right, and helps you to live more authentically, but obviously it also helps your community as a whole, right? And it doesn't have to be, you know, taking the microphone at a, you know, a rally. It doesn't have to be you protesting in the streets and being, you know, bombarded by police pushing back against you. Standing up for the things that you believe can look like a lot of different things, right? Don't stop yourself because you feel like, oh, I can't do that. I can't do these big grand gestures. It starts with you, right? It starts with you taking the time to stand up for what's important to you. Again, you know, if you, for example, if you're at work and you're being treated unfairly, unequally, there's something going on that you're not being supported in, right? Find the courage, find the strength to stand up and say something, right? If you're at home, if you're in a relationship, I just was talking with a friend who's trying to support her friend through this terrible relationship that has gotten to the point of extremes, right? Of violence and threats. Stand up for yourself in those relationships and, do something about it, push back against it, right? I mean, all of these things definitely take into consideration your personal safety, first and foremost, but don't do it alone. Don't feel like you're in this big, giant community all by yourself, right? You're not. Reach out for support, reach out for help, but you can't stay quiet. We've moved into an era where staying quiet and not choosing yourself, not standing up for yourself isn't an option anymore, right? And the more that you can do that for yourself around the big things and the little things, the more you can use that because you're going to feel the difference. You're going to feel what it's like to use your voice in a way that makes change, right? And the more you're able to do that for yourself and have that feeling, the easier it's going to be for you to transition that into helping others, right? Again, doesn't have to be these big movements, these big things, right? It can be little things, but we have to start moving, right? We are at a place in our histories where staying quiet and letting shit slide just isn't going to work anymore, right? And so, all the things again that I've been sharing all this month, and I'll continue for the rest of the month. I mean, they certainly are all things that I believe in. The work that I've always done has been around helping people to find their voice, to make these changes. And again, I mean, I guess the biggest message I keep coming back to is that it isn't one thing, right? You may be telling yourself that, I can't stand up at work, I can't stand up in this relationship, I can't stand up in my personal life with, family members or something. But I'm here to tell you that you can, right? I'm not going to tell you that it's always going to be easy. And I know I'm all about rainbows and sunshine and love and light, and I absolutely am. And because of that, I know that it's possible, right? You have to make choices that are about you and who you are, what you are, again, what you believe in, right? You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe that these dreams that you have for yourself, and the best possible scenario for you living in this world, doing the things that you love, that you want to be doing, that are going to make you feel amazing. You have to stand in that truth every single day and remind yourself that I can do this. What I want, what I can see, if I can see it, then it's possible, right? If you can see yourself doing these big, amazing things, if you can see it, if your mind will allow you to grasp it and see you doing it, then it's absolutely possible for you, right? If it wasn't, you wouldn't even be able to imagine it. So you have to start there. You have to start with yourself and recognizing that, again, everything you can see for yourself is possible. You have to believe it in your soul and then start doing something to move forward, right? Start taking action, start standing up for yourself, start finding what brings you happiness and joy, and how can I bring more of this into my job, into my home, into raising my kids, into being together with my partner, right? once you're able to start doing that, then you so much more brightly can see the value in helping other people do that, right? Now, for some people, I mean, a lot of times I will admit that it's sometimes easier for me to help other people do that, right? So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing the reverse, but it still comes back to you. You have to take those steps, even if you're starting with someone else and you see something, again, there's a friend who's in a shitty relationship and needs help. There's a coworker who is again being treated unfairly or put in terrible situations or whatever it is, right? If you see it, say something about it, do something about it, right? Because those little things add up, and that's how we change the world. Seems simple, but that's the reality, right? And all the things that I've been talking about, this month and will continue to talk about, it is about choosing you. And, I'm working right now on putting together some workshops that are going to be very interactive and focused on you choosing you. How can we start doing that more, right? If it's not something that comes very natural for you, how can we start doing that more, right? If you're not sure, even right now, and I'll put it up on the screen, if you're not sure right now how to get started, what's the thing that is, keeping you from moving in a particular direction right now? What can I, where do I start? What do I need to start focusing on, right? I have this, I mean, it's fun. This fun opportunity to have a card pulled, this 2-minute tarot, but it really is you telling the universe that I'm taking this first step to do something different, right? To speak up for myself, to choose myself, to do it in a way that maybe I can show up for somebody else in a way that I haven't before. Whether again, that's your kids, a coworker, your friends, whatever it is. And I just find, there are many different ways. And again, the workshops that will be coming are going to give you several different tools that you can use to start finding that way to start pushing forward. But right now, I mean, again, totally free, no strings attached. Ask your question because I want you to get started. I want you to start moving. I want you to start making some choices just to get you out of this cycle of, oh, I don't know which way to go. I don't know how to make up my mind. And so nothing happens, right? We have to start breaking out of that. And so that's, I mean, so important to me. And that's why I created this 2-minute tarot, just again, to give you, a quick, you ask your question, send me as much context as you want to, and I'll pull one card for you and I'll send you your own video about your question and kind of what the card is telling me that the energy is around you, and if you've seen any of the card parties here or you've worked with me before, that I don't do fortune telling or future casting, right? So my checking on your energy is just that. When we worked, if you decide you want to work together with me, it is much more about what you see than what I see. But this is a great way to start. Again, this is just a way for you to say, yes, I'm going to stand up for myself today. Yes, I'm going to ask myself um, uh, how to move forward and just put this out into the universe. So I really want you this week, especially, to think about all the things that, you that are important to you that you need to start standing up for, or acknowledging that you already have been standing up for them, right? Acknowledge the fact, like, again, yes, I'm a badass. I'm doing these things already. And I'm going to take this off the screen now. And remember that feeling so that you do more of it, because we all get to that place. All of us get to that place where we just get stuck, right? We're just like, there's so many choices, there's so many things. How do I know which way to go? that we all just need that little push sometimes. So um, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully, all of this recorded today. I want to remind you a couple of things. So, Tuesday, I'll be back with my lovely magical cartographers Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock. We're going to be doing part 2 of our talk, and definitely follows the same theme of standing up for yourself, especially, and believing in yourself. So we will be here Tuesday at 7 o'clock. And I also want to remind you that if you're not watching this in the Facebook group, that this month is going to be the last time that these are streamed, that these lives and the card parties and all the fun things that we like to do, they're all going to be over in the Facebook group. Again, totally free. So join us over in WTF with Mel in the Facebook group. And so starting the beginning of July, you'll be hearing more about, again, the workshops and some other ways that you can work with me beyond the one-on-one sessions or coaching. I think these will be fun ways to really get connected a little bit more. Again, start moving, start trying on different tools that might help you make some choices in your life. You'll hear a lot more about that in the next couple of weeks, and then starting in July. So make sure that you check that out as well. So thank you again for your patience. Mercury will be out of retrograde Wednesday of next week. So hopefully everything will be super smooth next week when we come back here for Wednesday Woo. So thank you so much for showing up and being amazing and loving me all the time, regardless of technology. And stay magical, y'all.